Tell them about the tray 8. Make them 8.
38 revolver. It really hurts. I had 6 of them in me.
Really?
It hurts real bad.
Real bad.
That's why right now I issue it out.
My Lord.
Instead of receiving, I ships it.
I smoke anybody that just don't give a fuck. I'm gonna hit this shit. Look, alright, not me, alright? I'm not killing no kids. And you know what, nigga? You act like a little bitch right now. You acting real paranoid and shit. Now these motherfuckers smoked your goddamn cousin in front of you, nigga. Blew his head off in front of your face. You ain't gonna do shit. You acting like a little bitch right now, nigga. Man, fuck that. I ain't letting that shit ride.
What's going on, people? Now tonight we're gonna take a little trip to Cali. Now I'm gonna take you to a dangerous era where you really had to be who you say you are. You really had to put the work in. You didn't go around calling yourself a hitter. The hood gave you a nickname back when you really had to pick a side. We're gonna talk about the block captain, Kenneth Turtle Johnson, the general of the Santana Block Crips in East Compton. The set was made up from 2 different sets, Midtown and Oak Park Boys. OG Turtle, natural born leader, superstar, high roller, trendsetter, general. Now, Turtle was originally from Texas before his parents decided to move to Cali and start their restaurant. After school, he and his sister would help out in the restaurant. That's something his dad thought would be the best for them. Now, his dad was a hard-working man. He got everything from the mud and wanted that to rub off on Turtle. The father wanted the best for his son, but it came off as being strict, especially when it come to kids. Now, he would want to hang out with the fellas and stay out late, but his father wasn't going for that. Now, when his mother and father decided to split up, the dad would move out and it was party time. He had more freedom to do what he wanted, and he ran the streets and got introduced to gangs. Once you jump off that porch, ain't no turning around. Now, being around the neighborhood, he learned the streets, and eventually he had to pick a side. Now, his mom would end up relocating after a drug dealer confronted Turtle about some drugs that his mom flushed. The dealer ended up getting a cocktail thrown into the house, but was able to be put out before any damage was caused. Now, Turtle decided to leave the nest and became an active Crip and ended up becoming the leader of the Santana Block Crips. Now, his right-hand man was Primo Pete, a Mexican that was a part of the Santana Block Crips. He was active, and he would be used as a translator while the Crips did business with international kingpins that didn't speak English. With that being said, Turtle took the set to a whole different level. He was showing them that it ain't all about killing, it was about making a living. And that's exactly what he was doing. He was selling weed by the pounds, PCP by the gallons, and kilos of coke. It's been alleged that he owned the most lowriders in Compton. His lowrider game was untouchable. The Mexicans couldn't even do anything with him. Now, everyone had shotguns and handguns was the norm. But when that crack money started hitting, guys got their hands on Uzis, MAC-10s, AK-47s, all types of assault rifles. Around that time, gangbanging was a full-time job. That shit was all day, every day, man. Never lacking. You couldn't even be in the same car as your family. It was that real. You see the video at the beginning, the amount of humor and charisma he had, his guys loved being around him. The way he talks about getting shot and shooting people like it's nothing. Watching that clip made me want to join the gang. It almost makes you forget about the death in prison surrounding the lifestyle with all the smiles, joking, laughing. But when it was time to move, it was time to move. Like, what you know about 2 or 3 shootouts in a day? And they didn't even care about the cops. They'd do it right in front of them. At that time, you had to be a killer yourself to be a respectable cop. You had to be more savage than the gangbangers to get respect. During that time, cops would even pick sides. Cop arresting you and dropping you off in your rival neighborhood was real. You had to find your way back. The cops knew the politics. They had to know the street politics in order to survive. Now, the Santana Block Crips rivals were all Pirus. Luther Park, MOBB, Elm Street, Cross Atlantic, Lime Hood, Fruittown, Mulberry, Treetop, 151, Cedar Block, and Campanella Park. Now let's talk about the type of leader OG Turtle was. He wanted the best for his soldiers. He wasn't the type of person to tell you to do something he wouldn't do. His men trusted him as a leader because he was sober. He didn't do drugs. They trusted his judgment. That's one thing you can't say about the other leaders. Being mentally sharp, militant, leading hundreds of men in his 20s, he didn't have to get high or drunk to put in work. Now let that sink in. Now when it comes to his death, no one knows, but of course there's people that was around that know something, I'm pretty sure. Some say he lost his life during a bad drug deal. His death been a mystery for decades and bring many conspiracies. Rumor has it that the cops had something to do with it, or even played a part in it. Whatever it was foul. And to catch him as sharp as he was, it had to be someone on the inside, someone close. But that's just my opinion. But rest in peace, OG. Shout out to all my viewers in the West Coast. Like, comment, subscribe. And if you guys want to reach me or have any questions, my Instagram and email is on the homepage. Just let me know you're from YouTube, because I don't follow dudes I don't know. But y'all my fam, so just hit me up. I'm out.